have to do it. You live for fashion.
Tash, welcome back to Nothing to Wear. I had so much fun with you on the first episode where we kind of used a fashion lens to look through 6 of the signs and what they wear and what they're about. Mm-hmm. So we can't leave the other 6 out, can we?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
We're ready to go. So we finished up last episode with Virgo. So next in line is Libra. Can you tell me a little bit about the typical things we know and love about Libras? Librans?
Yes.
What's the right term there?
Libra.
Yes.
Libra, the sign of the scales, the sign of balance, peace and harmony. One thing that people don't necessarily know about Libra is that they are highly artistic, and this is because they're ruled by Venus. So they have that real aesthetic eye for beauty, and that extends to art as well.
Wow.
And they are so romantic. I think with the Librans, they really are put on earth to find that soulmate, that other half. And I generally don't like that term other half, because it implies that we're only half of something. But with Librans, they are really in search of that beautiful soulmate
and is
in their
that
life.
Scale thing? That's these guys, right? They're the scale.
Exactly.
So that's why the half sort of balancing thing?
That's right. And I think they feel a bit out of kilter, imbalanced if they, in their relationship, in their life, without that person.
Interesting.
Yeah, without their person.
Okay, talk to me about Libra through a fashion lens, about getting dressed, about how they present to the world. What have you observed?
Okay, so for the colours for Libra, I'm going to say pale blue and lavender.
Oh, pretty.
They are honestly the epitome of style and grace. I think they take the cosmic cake when it comes to, the Zodiac fashionistas. They're always the best dressed in the room or at the party. They might even work in the fashion or beauty industry because they are ruled by Venus, and Venus rules all of those things. And they just have that aesthetic eye for what looks great on their body, on other people's bodies. They can be, however, very indecisive. This is again going back to the scales, that symbolism of, always being able to see both sides of the situation. So they might be tossing up between that gorgeous Gucci bag or what else, something else.
Yeah, and they're going from store to store, trying it and trying it and trying it. Whereas me as an Aries are just like, I'll buy that one. And then I'm like, oh, I should have maybe thought about it.
That's it. And actually, Aries and Libra are opposites on the zodiac wheel. So they do tend to have very opposite qualities.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But also, they might take ages to choose what to wear. So it takes them ages to get out the door.
So if you're meeting up with a Libran for lunch, you just say to them, oh, it's 12 o'clock when it's 1 o'clock, and they'll be there right on time.
That's perfect. Exactly. Good advice.
That's so interesting.
I think they also, they love a bit of luxury. So they love anything with, a luxury tag or a designer label. And as we were talking about in the last section, we were talking about Gemini and the asymmetry, and I said that was more Libra.
Yeah.
So Librans, they can't deal with like the one shoulder look.
Okay.
It throws them off balance.
Okay, so they really like sort of symmetrical and, maybe I'm a secret Libra, and even though I'm an Aries, I can't do one shoulder and Interesting. Yeah. That makes so much sense. I'm thinking of my stylish Libran friends. All right, next up is Scorpio. I'm not going to say what I know about Scorpio and whether it's true. Tell me some typical stuff about Scorpio.
Yeah, so Scorpio is another really misunderstood sign. I'd probably say the most misunderstood. It's synonymous with jealousy. I mean, this is the misdemeanors.
Yes.
Jealousy, vindictiveness, not very nice qualities.
Are they sex crazed?
Yeah, no.
But this is
another.
Yes.
This is another misdemeanor because it is the sign of sexuality.
Yes,
absolutely. Okay, so if I can explain that, it's because it's related. It rules the 8th house in astrology. This is the house of depth and yes, sexuality, but it's about emotional intimacy, and that taken deeper leads to sexual, physical connection.
Like a lot of passion.
So, I mean, look, every sign has its positive and negative qualities, light and shadow expression, as I say, and we can choose to express the positive sides of our sign or the negative sides of our sign. So the positive side of Scorpio is that they can be extremely loyal and very emotionally connected. You know, they look for that emotional intimacy. The negative side of that is fulfilling that need with sexual intimacy that is not necessarily based in emotional connection.
So that's where all that comes from. Interesting.
Yes. And they are intense, you know, they are intense, but I love a Scorpio. I mean, who wants superficial? I don't.
Yeah.
I love a bit of an intense Scorpio, and they're usually into astrology as well because they like to know why, you know, why everything is.
Are they a bit
to
curious?
Understand. Yeah, but curious, and they won't stop, and they'll dig.
Dig. Okay, so now what do they wear? I'm imagining them wearing like fierce things. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't imagine, but tell me about Scorpio and how they dress.
Yeah, that's spot on. So their colours are crimson and black. They're not afraid to dive deep into the ugly side of life, right? So they're going to explore things. So their style is daring, it's dramatic, it's edgy but not trendy, and they do love to sex it up. So we're talking the deep V plunging necklines, maybe the sheer fabrics that leave little to the imagination.
Yeah.
They tend to have a certain innate sexuality anyway. So even if they don't put it on display, so to speak, they ooze
Like a bit
sensuality.
of an energy and sensuality. Oh, I love that.
And if any sign was going to go through a punk or a goth phase, it's going to be a Scorpio.
Fascinating. I love it.
Yes, black. And they are a very private sign. So with their close circle, they'll open up, but they're very picky about who they do share their inner world with. So I'm thinking from a fashion, in a fashion sense.
Don't ask them to borrow your stuff, their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought of a very stylish Scorpio. I hope she's not listening, but I've asked her once and she was like, absolutely not. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. That's spot on.
Yes.
Also, like lots of big dark sunglasses. You know the Jackie O big sunnies.
Yes. Yeah. That's their privacy behind their sunnies.
Yeah, quite literally. Brilliant. And they do tend to adorn their bodies with piercings and tattoos. And they'll always be meaningful. There'll always be a meaningful story behind their tattoos or piercings.
Amazing. Oh, this is so much fun. All right, we've got 4 more to go. Sagittarius. Okay. I don't think I know any Sagittariuses, or however you say it. So
Sagittarians, really?
Yeah. Well, maybe I do. I just can't think of it. So what's typically the traits of a Sagittarian?
They're sporty, they're carefree, do not try and pin them down. They love to travel. Wanderlust is their middle name. But they are also the sign of higher learning. So to have a very strong moral code and belief system is very important for a Sagittarian. And we find people with very strong Sagittarius in their charts, they can have a religious upbringing, or they'll have some sort of strong belief system that they really live by.
Okay.
Yeah. And honesty. Hey, they're honest, and I love that. I find that refreshing, but
Is
a lot of people...
Is it sometimes brutally honest?
Yeah. Oh. A lot of people find that quite offensive.
Well, maybe you
sometimes.
Take a Sagittarian with you shopping if you really want to know if things look good.
Yes. Save you that buyer's regret.
Yeah, exactly. All right, talk to me about this sign and how they present with what they wear.
Okay, so the colours for Sagittarius, indigo and plum. They are adventurers, so freedom-loving, and this means, they're a very sporty sign as well. So they tend to live an active lifestyle, and they need a wardrobe that suits that. They have an extensive travel wardrobe. Clothing that's easily packed is good for them, things that don't wrinkle.
Yeah. They're the people that look amazing in leggings that wear them all the time in their athleisure wear, and you're like, why wish I looked like that in my leggings?
Yes. And then there are the people like me with a Sagittarius rising. I'm always in my active wear because I just need to get moving. And I know it's not the best look.
Oh, it's not. You know what? It's part of Australian culture. I'm here for it. If you're comfy, I think I think, pioneer the athleisure. But yes, you've illustrated Sagittarians there. Interesting. Are they more of a sporty edge than a feminine edge, or?
Definitely. They're more athletic. It's a masculine sign. Obviously, it doesn't mean that they're a masculine personality. But, it just has that type of yang energy, that go-getting energy, and that's reflected in their style. They need stretch fabrics that breathe to suit their lifestyle. So, they're pretty relaxed with their fashion. I'm thinking a casual chic outfit, an oversized blazer over, a white tee, boyfriend jeans paired with a bit of cute flats.
Love it.
Or the active wear that allows
wear.
them to,
be on the
move.
go and travel. Oh, that sounds, I want to be them.
But then I do have to say that they are ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's the biggest planet in our solar system. Its motto when it comes to fashion is more is more. So Sagittarians, in as much as they are casual and athletic and sporty, when they go out, they can go a bit OTT with their look, and they do like to go all out for a special event.
Okay, I love that. And that's kind of like a quite juxtaposed, like they've got their athleisure wear, but when you're inviting them to somewhere fancy, watch out.
Yeah, that's right. Get that little Jupiter influence in there.
I love it. Capricorn. What's your typical Capricorn like? Are they misunderstood? Are they well understood?
I think Capricorns are, I can pick a Capricorn a mile away usually.
Oh.
They are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's the planet of boundaries, discipline, limitation. And so they're hardworking and they're ambitious. They're conservative, but at the same time, they usually achieve their goals. They're the quiet achiever. And they tend to be the CEO rather than the worker.
Yes.
They excel at big corporation, big business. It's the sign of the millionaire, but given that they're ruled by Saturn, it often takes time for them to achieve their dreams or get to the top of the ladder.
Does that mean they're patient then? If they've got it, or no?
Yes, they're very patient. They're self-disciplined, but again, they can be very hard on themselves and hard on others.
Okay.
Yeah. And Capricorns will, in terms of relationships, they're late bloomers. That in terms of relationships, they will, they'll hold back. They'll look at everything. Does this look good on paper? Is this person going to be right for my future before they really open up?
Interesting.
And invest.
All right. So what does that mean for fashion? Because when you said, working hard at their career to become a millionaire, I was picturing office wear. I'm so literal.
Yeah.
I'm so literal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So their wardrobe is going to reflect their ambition. So if they're an executive or they work in an office, I'm thinking tailored suits, the power suit, the 80s power suit.
Yeah.
Made for a Capricorn.
Made for a Capricorn. And now has been updated. There's so many cool brands that are doing like really fun tailoring that you can wear to an office job, but also you might chuck on the blazer, like you said, over athleisure wear or something. Like I think Capricorn's got like a lot of style. When you were describing it, I was like, I think it could sound boring, but they can actually be very stylish.
Oh, absolutely. They go for the timeless classics over what's trending. And this is, again, a Saturn thing, which is also the planet of time. So they tend to have a sense of nostalgia about their style, like the old film stars. I always think of Grace Kelly, Rita Hayworth, Lauren Bacall.
Yes.
And I think of Capricorn style, like an elevated Capricorn style. But they are conservative. They're a fan of simple silhouettes and clean lines, solid colours over busy, fussy patterns, sensible choices. Again, this is an earth sign.
Yes.
And practical pieces that will last the test of time. So a classic trench, a go-to blazer that pairs back with everything. Because they are frugal, the Capricorns. They're the sign of a millionaire, but they're obviously saving their pennies
to get there. Yes,
right?
yes. It's not all luck. It's a lot of, that's so interesting. Does that mean they might love a sale, a end-of-year sale?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't, but...
Yes, they love a sale. They love a bargain, but they can look like $1 million without breaking the bank. They do have that talent.
That's awesome. All right. Oh my gosh, we're nearly at the end. I wish there was more. Aquarius. Tell me the typical things we need to know about Aquarius.
All right. Aquarians dance to the beat of their own drum. They're really their own person. They're the rebel of the zodiac. And, they might have gone through a punk phase or a rebellious phase in terms of their fashion choices. They can be loners, though, Aquarians. Yeah, but they tend to be attracted to causes for the greater good. As a charity or working as a volunteer of some sort. That really fills an Aquarian's cup. They really come alive in their social circle. They tend to have a lot of friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do they dress then? I'm not going to tell you what I've just pictured in my head. I just want to know, how does an Aquarian present with what they choose to wear?
All right. So the colours for Aquarius, turquoise and electric blue.
Oh, yeah.
They are the sign that's connected to the future. So they tend to be fashion forward, but with a little bit of a unique or eccentric twist. And as I mentioned before, being the rebel of the zodiac, this is all about authentic self-expression for them. When it comes to their fashion. They don't really care a hoot about what other people think.
Yes.
And they're not afraid to experiment with an eclectic mix of prints and cuts and styles.
I swear I'm an astrologist, because the person I was thinking of loves thrift shopping and, gets the best cool kind of affordable secondhand stuff, and it's all somehow thrown together. I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, and they love sustainable fashion. Yes, that sort of thing. You can find them at Savers.
Yes, exactly. But they're rummaging for the gold and they somehow just make it look amazing.
They really do. They have a knack for kind of putting it all together in that eccentric, eclectic way, like, a studded belt with a flowy dress.
Yes.
Really quirky.
Like juxtaposition.
Yeah, exactly. Their outfit often has a point of difference. It'll something that sort of really stands out that's so them. Maybe a little black dress, which is super conservative, but they'll put some quirky fluoro pink sneakers with it.
Yeah. That's so, oh gosh, I was going to say I'm so good at this, but maybe it's just
you
star
are.
signs.
I think we should
signs
do this more.
That, whether or not people believe in them, I swear there's something in it. All right, let's finish with the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. What's typical of a Pisces?
Oh, Pisces, where do I start? Compassionate, caring, puts other people's needs ahead of their own, highly creative. The problem with Pisces can sometimes be that they tend to adopt a victim mentality, but they are sometimes taken advantage of. This is because they've got a heart that's as pure as gold, and they can be attracted to the narcissists or the Svengali types. So they do need to learn to prioritize their own needs and just watch out for people that are going to take advantage of their good nature.
Beautiful Pisces.
Yeah.
Why did I think of a slippery fish? Is that because I had an ex-boyfriend who would go out for milk and then come home 3 days later because he was just like, go with the flow down the stream? Is that true?
Well, they do tend to go with the flow.
Yes.
I mean, they are the sign of the fish. So yes, I think that little symbolism is right on.
Yeah, I do. Oh, look, I wish I had more go with the flow in my nature, to be honest. All right, how are Pisces dressing? What are they wearing? What do we know them as when it comes to fashion?
Yes, well, and you're so right. They do go with the flow. They're the quintessential bohemian when it comes to their fashion choices. Their style is ethereal, whimsical, a little touch of magical, mystical. Imagine floaty maxis, even embroidered detailing, like so pretty, and billowy blouses. I think Zimmerman would be high on every Pisces wish list.
Yes.
And they do that tousled, unkempt, just out of bed look so beautifully.
Yes. Yeah. That somehow looks purposeful and not like me when I actually just get out of bed, which is a hot mess.
Exactly. They make, they do the hot mess so beautifully.
They're the hot in the hot mess. That kind of effortless undone. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're sizzling in that hot mess.
Yeah.
So they also have really vivid imaginations. They're often actresses, or they're ruled by Neptune. So Neptune is associated with illusion, and that can be film or photography. And this vivid imagination of theirs is reflected in their fashion choices. They also love shimmery fabrics and really pretty pieces.
So if they're going to something fancy, are they are they sparkly? Are they looking kind of, again, I'm referring back, I'm very literal, fish scales. Like I'm thinking they might be wearing something quite shimmery and I don't know.
Yes. And, I've got the vision of the mermaid dress.
Yes, that's what I had in my mind.
Yeah. All of that. And the colours for Pisces are aqua and sea green.
Beautiful.
So, imagine a shimmery aqua sort of gown. It's a little tight and then a flare at the knee. Gorgeous. Nothing too tight though.
Okay.
No bodycon sort of stuff here because it's too restrictive for the floaty, carefree.
Go with the flow nature.
Exactly. And structured suits, forget them.
Forget it. Tash, this has just been so much fun. As I said, some people may be into star signs, some may not, and some may be fully in. But it's so much fun to look at different parts of who we are through different lenses. So to fuse star signs and fashion has just been such a joy, and you've been such an insight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. And absolutely, it's a bit of fun. And I just urge people to remember that their sun sign is just a small part of who they are. One day they might feel like dressing for their rising sign. Another day they might feel like dressing for the mood of their moon sign.
Yes.
And it's important that, we take what we've discussed as, a little bit lighthearted.
It's a starting base. If you're intrigued, you can definitely go deeper. It's a whole thing. It's so much fun.
Exactly. Thank you so much for having me on. I've had a ball.
Thank you. That was wonderful.